The views and opinions expressed on this program do not reflect the company, owners, management, staff, clients, or partners.
It's Friday, the 8th day of August 2025. Welcome to Bermuda's Daily Talk Show. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House Lenders, People's Pharmacy, and a big shout out to HSBC Bermuda for ensuring that we can pump through the radio airwaves with these most important community conversations. I'm Jamal Hartman, and Teo Dill will be with us in a bit to bring you the latest in the news break. Folks, we've made it to Friday. How's everyone feeling? It is my sister Sherry's favorite day of the week. Happy Sherry Day, we're going to say, but no, seriously, happy Friday, folks. We made it. I just want to go back to Cop Match real quickly before getting into anything. I think I speak for most Bermudians, if not all, when I say I am so grateful that Cop Match came and went without any major incidents. That honestly does make me happy. It makes my heart warm. So big up to all the Bermudians out there who made sure that we had a smooth Cop Match. Trust me, it's appreciated. We've had some very tragic ones in the past. So thanks for being adults. But how's everyone feeling on this Friday? Post Cop Match Friday. How's everyone feeling? Are you excited about the weekend? Any weekend plans? How do you unwind during the weekend? Let us know. But happy Friday to every last one of you. I don't really have time to unwind this weekend because I plan to drive up to Rydell, Georgia, where the Bermuda under-19 national cricket team is going to be playing in their round robin tournament against Argentina, the USA, and Canada. So I'll be very tired next week, but I'm looking forward to supporting our young men as they embark on this tournament. Had the chance to speak with them yesterday, and I'm going to tell you this, man. To the parents, guardians, coaches, mentors, educators, to everyone who has supported the young men representing Bermuda's under-19 national cricket team, you have done fantastic. And speaking to those young men, they are a great group of humans. They are good people, based on what I observed in speaking with most of them. And I'm a believer that attitude is a great advantage when it comes to sport. Attitude, mentality, and supportive talent. So I really, truly wish them the best. I don't remember all their names, but I got to speak to my cousin, Saki Robinson. We had Luke Horan. We had Zerai Tomlinson. Xavier James, I think his name is. There was Keegan Jones I met. Coach Cooley, Coach Clay Smith, manager Terry Thomas, assistant coach Reginald Tucker, I think. There was so many young men. They are a great group, and I really hope Bermudians find a way to support these young fellas as they prepare to take on the United States, Argentina, and Canada. All right, folks. Greetings, everyone, and thanks for making us part of your daily routine. A good one today as we welcome the Commodore of the Bermuda Powerboat Association. Janae Nesbitt's coming back, and we're going to be talking about the Around the Island race this year. Yeah, Around the Island. is taking place again next weekend. So looking forward to that discussion. The daily play is a things you should know today. And yeah, let's see if you know something you should know. Don't forget to subscribe on our website. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. All right. Suzanne Ingham says, super awesome Sherry Day, Jamal and Teo. Yes, Jamal, smooth cut match is super awesome too. Plans for weekend, sleeping a little. I do hope that pans out for me. My grands do keep me busy at times. I love that for you. I love that you can sleep in, Suzanne. Love that. And yes, our Bermuda, go get them. She says, our Bermuda team, go get them. All right, folks, it's Friday Fun Day, brought to you by our friends at Mailboxes. If you don't already, you can go to mailboxes.bm/ the daily hour. Sign up for 2 years of membership, 2 years of free membership by doing that. And this is your daily discussion brought to you by our friends at Titan Express and Secure Trucking. So, you know what we do on Friday Fun Day, but we have not done a You Know Your Bermudian If in quite a while. So we've done what do you enjoy doing in Bermuda during the summer? We've done where are some of your favorite swimming places in Bermuda during the summer? We've done, you know, like what do you take to a picnic and stuff like that. But we have not done, you know, your Bermudian if you do what during the summer. Now, it doesn't just have to be in Bermuda. You know your Bermudian if you do what during the summer. Come on, this should be fun. You know your Bermudian if you do what during the summer. It's Friday Fun Day. Let's make it fun. Let's make it cool. You know your Bermudian if you do what during the summer. Can I go first? All right. You know your Bermudian if you take a trip to Orlando during the summer. Yeah. I swear Bermudians love them some Orlando, boy. You know you're Bermudian if you take a trip to Orlando during the summer. That's a, you know, you're Bermudian. Suzanne Ingham says, you know you're a Bermudian if you do what during the summer? She says, jumping off the rocks. Jumping off the rocks, yeah? Yep. You know you're Bermudian if you jump off the rocks during the summer. What else, audience? You know you're Bermudian. Bermudian. There's no G in Bermudian, Jamal. You know you're Bermudian if you do what during the summer. You know you're Bermudian if you do what? I'm going to say, you know you're Bermudian if you barbecue. Yeah, cookout. If you barbecue, light up the grill during the summer, that's a thing. Are Bermudians like, is barbecue season like Bermuda Day to Labor Day? Is that a Bermudian thing, or do we go like just do it whenever? But I'm pretty sure growing up, it was usually only during the summer that we grilled, right? But let us know. You know you're Bermudian if you do what? What else, audience? You know you're Bermudian if you do what? It's Friday Fun Day, brought to you by our friends in Mailboxes. You can get 2 years of free membership through Mailboxes. Just go to mailboxes.bm / the daily hour. And also, this is your daily discussion brought to you by our friends at Titan Express and Secure Trucking. It is Friday Fun Day, and we're doing a You Know Your Bermudian if you do what during the summer. I said, take a trip to Orlando. I said, barbecue. Suzanne Ingham says, jump off the rocks. I'm going to say, you know, you're Bermudian if you do what during the summer? Go on a boat. Yeah. Go on a boat. You know, you're Bermudian if you do what during the summer? Dorian says, you know, you're Bermudian if you purchase snowballs during the summer. Yep. You know, that's the thing. You know you're Bermudian if you purchase snowballs during the summer. Well, you know you're Bermudian if you stop off by the road. Like that's the Bermudian thing. You know, stop off by the road and you got yourself an old-fashioned snowball. Rosalind Famous says, you know you're Bermudian if you go for a dip during the summer. You know you're Bermudian if you go for a dip during the summer. And despite those good people like Ms. Ellen Kate Horton and my good sister Nikita Robinson, who go swimming throughout the year, you are unique still. All right. Yep, Suzanne England says lined up at Snowy's or number one gate for ice cream. All right, you know you're Bermudian if you do what during the summer? She says lined up at Snowy's or number one gate for ice cream. Indeed, Snowy's and Double Dip Express, I think that one's called. You know you're Bermudian if you do what? Carla Franklin says you know you're Bermudian if you make and eat potato salad. I was thinking that. I was absolutely thinking. I don't eat it, but man, you all know that some folk put raisins in potato salad. You heard that? I was like, raisins? And raisins like in potato salad, because it's so white, like the mayo and all that. You know what it looks like, right? I'm just saying, I've worked with a diverse group of people. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying I made it or ate it. I'm just saying there are folks, I'm not calling any names, but they make potato salad. Yeah, potato, not potato, potato salad with raisins. Yeah, yeah, raisins and potato salad. I've seen it. Don't act like I'm the only one. You all don't want to get in trouble with your colleagues today. All right, you know you're Bermudian if you do what? Tanya Cheeseman says you know you're Bermudian if you travel during the summer. Absolutely. Yeah. Bermudians love to travel, period. But summer vacation, when the children are out, you all take a trip, do you? Again, that's why I said Orlando, because the kids want to go see Mickey and what's Mickey's girlfriend name? Mickey Mouse and what else? It's a M. Man, why can't I? What's Mickey Mouse's? Is it his girlfriend or his wife? You get what I'm saying. But anyway, the girl mouse, or lady mouse, woman mouse. Let me be politically correct. This is 2025. You know. Anyway, Diane, how could I forget Minnie? Yeah, you could tell I don't have children. Minnie. So yeah, Mickey and Minnie. Thank you all. You all must have children and grandchildren. See, everybody's telling me Minnie Mouse. Okay. Oh yeah, Mickey and Minnie. Yeah. Anyway, it's Friday Fun Day, folks. Give it to us. Give it to us. What else? What else? What else? You know you're Bermudian if you do what during the summer? You know you're Bermudian. Charles H. Jefferson II says, you know you're Bermudian if you complain about how hot it is, subsequently complain about how high your Belco bill is. Yes. You know you're Bermudian if you complain about how hot it is, but also you know you're Bermudian if you complain about how high your Belco bill is. Yes. That's a good one, Charles. That's a good one. Man, just don't look at your bill. Have it like just come out of your account and then scream and your account's got a minus. That's it. That's it. You know you're Bermudian if you do what? Well, Carla Franklin says you know you're Bermudian if family functions in the backyard. Yeah, in the backyard. That's a thing. That's a thing. You know, potato salad with no raisins and all the drinks you can have. Yeah. What else? What else? By the way, how do you all make your potato salad? Do you have like green peas and carrots in it? Because I've seen some stuff in like the grocery store in the United States, and I'm like, that's mashed potatoes. like, I'm like, this isn't potato salad. This is mashed potato. Look, but how do you all make your potato salad? Is do you? I'm not even trying to be rude. I know, like growing up in Bermuda, you know, you had people who had peas and carrots in the potato salad. You had egg in your potato salad. You know, little parsley, so on. But I've seen some variations in the United States, man. I've seen some variations. I'm saying raisins and oh man, I'm trying to think. What man? I was working in this job. I'm just gonna say it, Bermuda Tourism, and had this non-Bermudian woman in the New York office. She said something, and everybody in the office was like, "What?" Anyway, let me not do that because you're all gonna get me in trouble with the other folk. Jody Zool says, if you put mayonnaise on your peas and rice, oh wow. She says, you know you're Bermudian. You know you're Bermudian if you put mayonnaise on your peas and rice. Ooh, yuck. Really? You all do that? Shayna Smith says, potato salad with raisins? Absolutely not. There are people who do it. I'm just saying. Well, we're doing, you're Bermudian if you do what during the summer? Well, Dorian says, you are not Bermudian if you put raisins in your potato salad. Well, I hope not. I don't think that's a Bermudian thing. Sonia Clark says, you're Bermudian if you eat mayonnaise on Spanish rice and peas and rice. Wow. Oh, wow. Jody Zool says it's well. No, you walk ahead, Ed. I don't mess with the mayonnaise. Nope. No, I don't do that. Take my card. Take my card. Yeah, Nicole Hassel. Yeah, mayo and peas and rice. No, you all can have mine. And they say Sonia Clark says, and your codfish All right, let's do it. How many of you put mayonnaise on your codfish and potatoes? You all put mayonnaise on? I must be the only person who doesn't eat mayonnaise. I don't know. I've never found it tasteful. Rosalind Famous says, yes, mayonnaise on pizza. Hold up. Is this a generational thing? Mayonnaise on peas and rice? Did I just lose my Bermudian card, or is this a generational thing? That look appetizing thing? I need to see a picture of this, and I need to see someone like eat it and actually look like they enjoy it. Because I can't believe this is a thing. Nick Hassel says, mayo on codfish and potato. She eats that. Okay, mayonnaise lovers. WKD Llama says only old people do that. I said generational. I said nothing. I never called anyone old. Angeline Butler says, I have never put mayonnaise on codfish, but I have put ketchup on my peas and rice. Okay. Cole Walker says, my granny puts mayo on peas and rice and codfish and potatoes. Notice she said granny. You will folk. Carla Franklin says, yup, mayo on codfish, cakes, and breakfast. Okay. Charles H. Jefferson II says, if you eat pie and the only question is with or without chicken, you're Bermudian if you eat pie and the only question is with or without chicken. Yeah. I'm learning some things today, folks. So hold on. So Bermudians eat mayonnaise on peas and rice and codfish and potatoes. We've got okay, we need to do a poll here. I want to know if anyone 45 and under eats mayonnaise on peas and rice and codfish and potato. And then I want that same poll for those over. I never heard of something. I mean, you know what? To each their own, though. I'm not criticizing. I'm just not a mayonnaise guy. I prefer my food without condiments, but if I do have condiments, then it'll like be the normal ketchup, relish, mustard. That's But I have the hot dog relish with which the mustard and relish is combined. I like that one. Yeah, the hot dog relish. Yeah. All right, folks. It's Friday Fun Day, brought to you by our friends at Titan Express and Secure. And should do a discussion. And Friday Fun Day brought to you by our friends at Mailboxes. You could go to mailboxes.bm/the daily hour. Sign up for 2 free years of membership with them when you use that link. So it is mailboxes.bm/the daily hour. Folks, we're going to give thanks to Titan Express and Secure Trucking, and we'll bring Teo Dillon. I want to know what Teo has to say, because Teo is unique with his stuff. He's a unique old fella. Oh, yeah. So I want to know, first off, he's so unique, he might put raisins in his potato salad. He might put raisins in potato salad. Then I want to know, because, Teo is young, but he's an old soul. Like, I'm an old soul, but he's an elderly soul. So I need to figure out if he puts mayo on his peas and rice and codfish like y'all elderly folks. All right, so we're going to bring Tay in, but let's go through these last few comments. Rosalind Famous says, this is going to be controversial. but I remember eating raisins and coleslaw at family picnics. Does anyone else? Well, that is controversial. Raisins and potato salad, and now raisins and coleslaw. Audience, don't bully her, but just we have some questions, Rosalind. We have some questions. I guess it made it sweet, huh? Shikarena says, if you're 50 plus, you may have seen your grandparents eat mayo with their codfish and potatoes. I probably have. I just try to tune it out. Charles H. Jefferson II, he says, over 45, no to mayo on rice and codfish and potatoes. Suzanne Ingham says, I'm over, and I absolutely hate mayo, Jamal. Michael Daniel says, this is not summer, but if you eat fish cakes on hot cross bun. Okay, you know your meeting, yeah. Tanya Cheeseman says, used to until I met my husband, and now it's tomato sauce. So you replaced the mayo with tomato sauce. Okay. Jody Zool says, I love mayonnaise, and it's Val on peas and rice. But it's a no-no for codfish and potato. And I will be 50 years soon. Happy birthday. Happy 50 years soon. Angeline Butler says, over 50, and I liked my coleslaw and peas and rice next to each other on my plate, but never the mayo on codfish breakfast. You all make coleslaw with mayo, by the way? I used to like my coleslaw next to my peas and rice and mac and cheese when I used to eat it. Tuck Wilson says 45 plus, no to both. So no mayo. Mal says we listen but don't judge. No, I'm judging you all this morning. Now this is pure judgment with the mayo thing. And Rondell Richardson says can eat codfish and potato without mayo over 45. My word. Aaron Smith, we are aligned, says under 45, no to mayo on anything. All right, folks, let's give thanks to Titan Express Secure Truck, and then we'll bring Teo in. We've got to hear from Teo on this mayo. We got to ask him about the raisins thing. Get ready for a story, because one is coming, folks. I just know it.
The Daily Discussion is brought to you by Titan Express and Secure. Visit TitanEXBDA.com, your leading tour and transport provider specializing in Black History tours throughout the island. And SecureBDA.com for all your property management, waste management, residential, and commercial trucking needs. Professional, punctual, and reliable service is our commitment to you.
Morning, Jay. Morning, fam. Welcome to the TDH News Break, brought to you by our friends at People's. Wrap up summer with a suitcase full of savings. People's end of summer sales is the perfect excuse to grab what you need for your next beach day or just to treat yourself. Only at People's, you know what it is. So, mayonnaise.
Oh boy.
I hate mayonnaise. I hate it.
You hate it?
I hate it. Honestly, it's so bad. I promise you I'm not exaggerating. Like, not that it matters now because I found the love of my life and I'm in the perfect relationship and everything's great. But when I was younger and dating, I hated mayonnaise so much that when I would be out on first dates in particular, you know, you go to some spots and they bring you that little that 3-cup tray with the ketchup, the mustard, and the mayo, and put it down. I would like need to, in order to stay focused on the woman, to put like the drinks menu around the condiments so I couldn't see it. Because if I saw it the whole time, like and that was sufficiently weird enough for me to miss out on a couple of second dates. Mayonnaise is just it's disgusting.
That's one of the few things we probably align on.
Yeah, but I promise you, the reason I think it's disgusting is I don't even know if I could tell you. Like it's really, really, really gross. You know what? I won't tell you on the air. I'll tell you off the air at some point, and then you tell me if it's appropriate for air. Like it's not obscene or anything, but like it's not like profane or whatever. It's embarrassing. Why? Like I had a dream when I was like 9 that about mayonnaise. And I've never been able to shake it. Yeah, no, it was a nightmare. I woke up sweaty and just with a disgusted look on my face.
Folks, do me a favor. Based on what Teo's just told us, if we're ever out to eat and you see like Teo and I at a table talking, please bring mayo over there to scare the crap out of me.
Don't do that. No, I have slapped, and you know I'm like one of the most peaceful people in the world. Like I'm not a violent. I have slapped mayonnaise out of people's hands before. Like that's that Ryan.
Hey, man, I gotta ask you.
Yeah.
Have you seen raisins in potato salad or coleslaw before?
To the shout out to the viewer who mentioned that, because I've only seen raisins and potato salad on the internet.
Okay.
Right. But in coleslaw, I do remember when I was little going to like church picnics and stuff like that. There always seemed to be one bowl of coleslaw that has some raisins around in the 80s.
Why?
I don't know if that was the vibe back then. Like patent leather like vests or stonewashed jeans. Like there was just a moment when like raisins were hot in coleslaw. And that moment is come and gone. I don't know, but I remember like eating coleslaw with raisins in it and not enjoying it very much.
I've got some questions.
It was a thing. It was a thing.
I got some questions today. Number one, do you eat mayonnaise on? Sorry, do you put mayonnaise on your rice or codfish and potatoes? And also, do you put raisins in your potato salad or coleslaw?
You know how you could phrase that question another way? Do you need therapy?
That's my man.
Because everybody that does that needs to go sit down and talk to somebody. Like they got some issues they need to work, work through.
My man. Because something ain't right. Something's not right, man. Traveling Charlie said no to all three. Look, audience, we love this. We are judgy. We are judgy.
That's an aggressive move.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Can you imagine sitting there with a piece of rice and got the jar helmets? Like, because I've seen it. And like when people pull it in with mayonnaise on a piece of rice, them people, they don't put a little bit.
No. Like, they take the knife, they take that whip the knife in the jar.
No spoon. Knife's not sufficient, not enough surface area. It ends up looking like cereal. You know how like some people they got more milk than cereal. Some people got more mayonnaise than rice.
Okay.
It's disrespectful. I'm telling you.
I'm so glad I don't eat breakfast anymore. I just have my little juices and smoothies. Man, I'd be bringing that up. Anyway, what you got for us today, brother?
Well, as you know, Bermuda's under-19 cricket team has earned a spot in the ICC World Cup qualifiers in Atlanta, competing against the U.S., Canada, and Argentina. And TDH was able to get a front row seat at the team's prep site, on site in Georgia, where we learned that the next generation of Bermudian cricket is in great hands.
We want to continue this bond and relationship that
the team is training at the Burnview Sports Complex in Rydell, Georgia, and team captain Zuri Tomlinson, along with all his teammates, are taking this opportunity to represent the island very seriously.
It's a big honor. I think even, being a small country, I think, having 11 guys, 10 other guys, and then your country to look to you, to me, to lead them, it's a big honor. I feel like with my experience before captaining at school, I feel like, I'm equipped to take on the job. And I feel like, my preparation, especially, with the team and stuff, would help us to, do our best and be ready enough for, USA, Argentina, and Canada.
Coach Clay Smith, one of Bermuda's modern cricket giants, is confident that the under-19s will deliver the kind of performance that we will all be able to celebrate.
We're going to try our best to make you proud, you know what I mean? There's some stiff competition out there. Obviously, Canada and USA are probably the favorites, but we have a very good group of players, a good nucleus of players, and if they can showcase their talents and play to the best of their ability, we're going to try our best to make sure that we do Bermuda proud.
And team consultant Andre Coley, former West Indies head coach, is equally sure that our under-19s can perform at this level and that the future of local cricket is really bright.
Having had the opportunity to spend some time with the senior team, really just to see what the next crop of players look like and where the talent lies, and then put together a strategic plan along with the relevant stakeholders in terms of how we can continue to grow the game and keep the game moving forward.
And speaking of bright futures, venue owner Prem Patel's excited about hosting the first ever ICC tournament at his sports complex, sharing his hope that cricket will continue to expand its footprint in the U.S.
So this is one of our biggest tournaments, our first tournament with ICC as well. So we want to continue this bond and relationship that we've created to give everyone an outstanding wicket and a feel of American cricket here with a different condition, different types of pitches, and different accommodations that we have here. So we're very excited to have all four teams here, and we hope they have a great time.
And team captain Zuri Tomlinson added he's grateful for the support from local fans and promised to honor it with the level of play that's required for this kind of event.
Thank you, first off. You know what I mean? Like, we're taking it seriously, and we appreciate all the support and stuff. Had a lot of preparation, and then, you know, we recently just had cup match, so a lot of guys are being involved with that. But now it's, you know, on the international stage, so, you know, a lot of people have seen what we can do so far back home, so we're just going to try to replicate that out there.
You know, Tay, having, as I said earlier during the show, I had to drive very far to go and, you know, speak to them and see them train yesterday.
Yeah, shout out to you for making that happen, man. Like, thank you. That
No
was dope
worries,
that you were
but
able to do that.
they are such, look, so much is said about the behavior of young black men in Bermuda. They are such a group, like a good group of young players. Like, you can see, like, I was speaking to one of the parents last night via telephone who's in Bermuda, and I said, yo, your son is really on a good group of players, like a good team. And he said, man, when they all met at the airport, the way they shook each other's hands, the camaraderie, the way they respect the coaches, like even the way they address the coaches and manager, folks, I'm telling you, do not ever believe that there are not some good young people in Bermuda. These young men,
most of them are good. Like these young men, especially excellent, right? But
I mean,
thank you for underlining that point.
And cricket, like the way it was, I was impressed. And I'm not saying that the bar's been lowered. I want people to keep in context because people probably like, oh, well, that just should be normal. But I think what I'm trying to explain is the negativity is usually so loud that the positivity gets buried. And I'm looking forward to driving all the way back up there and watching them perform. And if they just believe in themselves, they're going up against some very good teams. And I know people think, oh, well, it's the US, Canada, Argentina. They're not known for cricket. I say this with the most respect possible. And I know when people say that, they're probably about to say something disrespectful. But the truth is, these teams, the United States team, is made up of Indians. Keep that in context. So before you criticize their performance, understand that it's not the typical white American. It is their American Indians who have, you know, basically come from that space and background. That doesn't mean they can't beat them, but I'm just trying to manage people's expectations as
And
far
also,
as they're competing against.
think about the population sizes,
Correct.
right? Any Bermudian national team is drawn from a pool maybe in the tens of thousands, depending on the sport. In the US, their total population is 350 million. And for the age bracket, probably like 30, 40 million, something like that. So like us even being in this space doesn't make sense. Like we shouldn't have earned this spot. So if they're able to pull off a win, it demonstrates again, as always happens so consistently, that we are better than the math of population. Like Bermuda's talent pool is just insanely effective and deep. So shout out to them.
Indeed.
Now, in less good news, you remember how earlier this week we mentioned we're now in the heavy part of the hurricane season? Well, turns out we had really good reason to underline this point because experts at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration dropped an update just yesterday afternoon to their seasonal hurricane forecast, saying we're still on track for an above average season, which means we should see between 5 and 9 hurricanes between now and November 30th. This follows a sudden increase in storm activity across the Atlantic, where meteorologists are reporting that before the end of the month, we could hit a very active storm period. The reason for this burst of activity is that the Caribbean wind shear, that is the changing of the wind speed and direction, has dropped from really high last month to a whole lot weaker, which means it's easier for storms to organize into hurricanes. Interestingly, I just found out like early this morning that there's some groundbreaking research being done in our cave systems that's helping explain even more about the growing impact of climate change, like one-of-one type scientific work being done up in the caves here. We'll tell you more about that in a comprehensive story next week.
Wow.
Now, in even more positive news, Bermuda's food scene has just gotten some major love on one of the biggest travel websites on the planet. If you're a foodie, this should make you proud. On Condé Nast Traveler, they just published a list of Bermuda's best restaurants like yesterday. If you go on their website, you'll see it. It's right on the top, like above the fold kind of thing, to help foodies around the world decide to book their tickets to come see us and eat what our chefs are making. And shout out to Achilles, the newest spot on the list, for earning some love alongside another St. George's staple, Wahoo's. One odd detail, and this fits with our conversation that we've had so far this morning. The review mentions that Wahoo's fish sandwiches come with banana on them. I mean, I get it, like sweet banana, savory fish. I've never had that before. But all the usual suspects appear in the list too, like Barracuda Grill, Water Lot Aurora. The reviews are universally glowing, so well done to all the chefs and servers across the island for earning this level of love on a platform like that. Shout out to local restaurateurs.
There's an acronym that says TMF or
TMF,
TFM or DTFM, doing too bleeping much.
Oh,
Yeah,
you got there eventually.
I'm not a great speller. Teo, you know I'm not the smartest bulb in the chandelier, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
You're probably thinking about it, which letter goes where, right? Look,
Right.
I'm honest, folks, but look, DT, whatever I just said, right? I'm just gonna go DTM, doing too much. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, don't put the banana on the fish sandwich.
No, but think about it. Think about it, right? The genius of the Bermudian fish sandwich with the raisin bread and the coleslaw and the fish is the ultimate blend of the sweet, the savory, the tangy, and all that. So you put some nice banana, like firm, fresh banana in there. It couldn't take it up a couple of notches.
Okay.
I see it. I see the vision. I
So
do.
I had the fish cake with the banana on it.
Yeah.
Had that.
See?
Okay, audience, you eating a fish sandwich with banana on it? You eating a fried fish sandwich with banana on it? I mean, we already do the raisin bread, like Teo said. Are we going to do the banana? And most of you eat that mayo stuff on rice. So I mean,
Right. So don't talk to us about texture. You know what I'm saying? Don't even bring that up. If you eat rice with mayonnaise on it, I mean, be quiet.
So Teo, when you try the fresh sandwich with banana on it, you gonna tell us about it?
Yeah. Honestly, I might just make one myself here at the crib. Like that.
Yeah,
That's a pretty interesting idea.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, weather-wise, we're looking at a bit more rain over the next 48 hours due to an extended slice of low pressure. Once we hit lunchtime tomorrow, high pressure will resume its dominant position in our airspace, making things bright and clear alongside unusually gentle breezes and close to average temperatures.
All righty. Well, thank you so much, Teo. Well, we got some responses. We got a heck no banana for Tanya Cheeseman. We got a no banana on fish sandwich from Shawnette Bell. We got Trelita Anderson says, no, I'll skip the banana on my fish sandwich. Suzanne says, absolutely not the banana thing. So we have no yeses. No one's going to join us in our quest to have banana on our fish.
I'm saying it makes sense. Like, it's odd. It is definitely something I never thought about before.
Mhm.
But if you consider it, the flavor profile, even like, that banana-y taste too, it might be a banger.
Well, we have a yes. We have a yes. We have
well done.
Mr. No Eat, never had a mango and never had watermelon or don't eat it. Charles H. Jeffers II, Mr. Eat a Beyond Burger with bacon on it. He says, I'll try banana. I just tried coleslaw on a fish sandwich for the first time. First time.
Why Charles had to be the first one to say yes? That's gonna make it. We're gonna get less yeses now, boy.
All right. So days of the year. Let me give you days of the year. Well, this is boring. This is right up Teo's alley too. Why? Teo, it's International Cat Day.
Well, all right.
What was your cat name again? Don't tell me.
Beets.
Beets.
Yeah.
Teo
Not beets like the vegetable, beets like the
beats
drums.
like beats like music, folks.
Yeah.
So Teo had beats. Teo loved beats. No disrespect to all the cat owners. I don't get it. Cats,
Well, they don't get you either.
they're too arrogant. They literally walk around like, what you looking at? You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
who
they're
are you?
secure in themselves.
They are crazy.
They're not crazy. The reason we cat people, I think, like them better than dogs is because we prefer to associate ourselves with less needy creatures. You know what I'm saying? Like, dogs are always seeking approval. Like, do you love me still? Let me lick your knee. Please don't. Please pay attention to me. I don't exist if you're not looking in my general direction. Cats, they are fine. They know who they are. They know what they want. They know what they're doing. And I think we all aspire to that, level of self-confidence.
But So basically, cats are there to build your confidence, and dogs are there to make you feel loved.
No, dogs are there to make you feel more important than you are. Like cats are there to remind you not to get too big of a head.
I think cats are pointless. I think they're pointless. At least a dog's going to warn you if the house burning down. The cat's just going to look at you like, well, I'm out.
Actually, that's a good point. Do you know what? There was a story in the New York Times a few years ago that really forced me to like reevaluate my relationship with cats. It turns out if somebody dies unexpectedly and they have a cat or a dog, it could be weeks later when the emergency services show up. The dog will typically be next to the body, like whining, upset, just like really mourning the loss of their owner.
Yeah.
With the cat, half the person's face has been eaten. like the cat just said, "Look, I'm hungry now. Nobody can't open no cans. Well, still some meat lying there." I was like, Lord have mercy. They really
the cats have no feelings, Tay.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't have said that.
I just won the argument, folks.
Yeah.
Dog over cat.
Yeah. No, good point. I shot myself in the foot there. My bad.
Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.
All right, take care, man.
All right, Taylor Dill, folks. If you've appreciated the conversation, please give us a thumbs up, a love, a like. Ellen Kate Horton says, no four-legged creatures in my house. And we've got Chalita Edison says, cats can be jerks. They are all about themselves. Yeah, little selfish buggers. All right, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with Janae Nesbitt coming up after this break. We're talking about Round the Island. The one time, at least, everyone wants to be in the water in Bermuda. Round the Island boat race coming up. We'll talk to the Commodore after this break. Stick with us.
People's ACW, located at King Edward VII Memorial Hospital, carries over-the-counter medicines, toys, cards, and even toiletries. Our knowledgeable staff are there whether you're at emergency, visiting family, or a member of BHB staff, to show you our best even when you're feeling your worst. People's ACW, we're here for you.
Ready to take your financial game to the next level? HSBC is here to help you power up your financial fitness. Your strategy should be sharp and ready for anything, because luck won't get you to the top. Whether securing your future, growing wealth, or planning for life's next serve, HSBC's experts are here for you. From budgeting to investing, let's craft a plan as unique as your goals. Plus, get free financial planning consultations to stay on track. Learn more at hsbc.bm/financial planning. HSBC Bank Bermuda is licensed to conduct banking and investment business by the Bermuda Monetary Authority.
96 degrees, real hot, oh yes.
Summer's heating up, but your home, it can chill. BAC is turning down the heat with 20% off Carrier X-Power mini split AC units. They're sleek, whisper quiet, and smart thanks to energy-saving inverter technology. New install, upgrade, doesn't matter. Just don't miss out. For a limited time, get 20% off when you pay with cash, credit, or debit.
96 degrees, real hot.
Swing by BAC on Mill Creek Road today.
Take a look at our workwear for construction workers and tradesmen. Durable, stretchable in all the right places, and plenty of options for tools and accessories. Pair with our wide range of tough and comfortable footwear, you can't go wrong. As you can see, Medical House really is a one-stop shop for everybody. We can't wait to see you.
See it all at our new expanded location on Bakery Lane.
Discover Drop It, your go-to grocery delivery. Browse and select from a wide range of groceries, from fresh produce to daily essentials. Our friendly drivers deliver fresh groceries to your door fast, saving you time and hassle. With Drop It, you get fresh groceries delivered fast, so you can focus on what really matters. Drop It, freshness at your doorstep, delivered to your door with Lindo's. Why go anyplace else?
Alrighty, welcome back to the big show. I'm Jamel Hartman. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medicals, Lenders, People's Pharmacy, and a big shout out to HSBC Bermuda for ensuring that we can do this with you on a regular basis and pump through the radio airwaves with these most important community conversations. Don't forget to subscribe on our website. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. Folks, real quickly, before we bring our guest in. So I think I went viral on TikTok for the first time ever. So remember I said the other day about I wish Jamaica a happy Independence Day or something? Well, anyway, I shared that on TikTok because I don't know how to use TikTok. I'm not a social media person. I only have about like 15 something posts over the last 5 years. Anyway, it's got like 23,000 views or something, and they're arguing on it because of the final thing I said. They were loving what I said at first about Jamaica, but then when I said Bermuda's going to whoop them next month, they fighting back. So if you want to have my back against brothers and sisters in Jamaica, feel free to go on Tickety Talk and help a brother out. Because I don't argue with people on social media, but no, they're good people. It's good to show in love. And I didn't know that TikTok was like that. I didn't know so many people engaged on it like that because, like I said, I very rarely post on there. But anyway, let's give a warm TDH welcome. We've got the Commodore of the Bermuda Powerboat Association. I'm going to say it too. I usually won't. And my cousin, Janae Nesbitt, coming on. We're going to be talking about the Round the Island race. Let's give her a warm TDH welcome, audience. Hey, cuz, welcome to the show.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing this morning?
I'll tell you how I'm doing after this. Right? You got to answer the questions. Do you eat mayonnaise on your peas and rice and your codfish and potatoes?
No, that is so terrible. And I agree. Whoever does that, they need some help.
Yeah,
they need some help.
That's therapy. Okay, one more. Raisins in your potato salad and coleslaw?
No. We don't mess with raisins. Listen, damn raisins look like some other things, and I'm not messing with them.
Okay. All right. One more. Banana on your fish sandwich. Are you going to try it?
No.
Okay.
I just about eat banana with my codfish and potatoes. So on fish sandwich, that's taking me outside my comfort zone.
All right. She's a normal person. Thank you for coming on this show. Welcome. Round the Island's coming up, right? What date is it? And there's a rain date as well. When is Round the Island? And what's the route? What's the route that people should know?
So this year, Round the Island is scheduled for the 17th of August. We do have two backup dates, the 24th of August and the 31st, but fingers crossed that, the weather plays a good part, and this race goes on the 17th, sorry. And the road's pretty much the same as it is every year. The boats leave Ferry Reach, also come out the pylons. They head all the way up North Shore. They'll make the first turn to go into Hamilton at Hopefish. And so they will turn onto Hopefish, head into Hamilton Harbor through Two Rock Passage, into the harbor around White's Island, up the shoreline, and then they'll come, I want to say around Darrow's Island, around that area, and then head to Dockyard. Once they go to Dockyard, they will then head to South Shore, all the way around South Shore, come back into the pylons from South Shore.
Yeah, South Shore always scared me, man, because the water's just so rough over there. But courageous and brave people out there. It's one of the most exciting times on water for many Bermudians, getting a spot and the like. But how many boats, are we expecting, like an estimate of how many boats we might expect to be participating this year?
So that's the hard part. Tentatively, right now, I have about 15 to 17 count. Now, I've heard some talk about some unexpected surprises. And so we do have our registration meeting next week, Wednesday. But people will come and register then. But then we also have final registration, which will take place on Sunday morning, no later than 12 p.m. So, everyone has up until 12 o'clock on Sunday, the 17th of August, to register. So our numbers may change.
Alrighty. Audience, if you have any questions or comments for Janae, please send them through. And I know one of the questions that will come through from the audience is audience, you may have some ideas as well, but where are some of the best places for people to watch the race?
I'm gonna say the best place is Ferry Reach. You know, you got all the action, the beginning of the race, you got the ending of the race. But outside of that, you can pretty much catch the race all around the island in different locations, just depending on the time that you catch the race. We will have some stream host locations, which will be Snorkel Park and Game On, where you'll be able to catch the action live from our drones and our media team who's going to be on the ground catching the action.
Alrighty. How can those watching, because this is, let's be honest, it's a motorsport, and one wrong move from someone, a spectator, can be very dangerous. How can those watching from on the water in particular keep the racers safe?
So I would say the main part is for them to stay clear of the race course. One of the major areas that we tend to look at is the pylons, because everybody wants to see who's coming out first. Everybody wants to see who's coming back first. But there's always a lot of boats in the area. So I'll say to stay clear of that area. Listen to your VHF radios. We will be running channel, I believe it's channel 80. If that changes, then we will post that on our social medias and give a live update on what channel you can actually listen to the race on. I would also say be mindful of Hamilton Harbor area, and especially Pompano. Pompano is where a lot of spectators like to go, especially because it's quite low, so they like to swim out in that area. But I would say definitely stay off the shoreline, as the boats will hog the shore coming around that area to go to South Shore.
Alrighty. I'll go to the audience in a second. I see a question there. But for those who may not be able to get outside for whatever reason to watch it, you did mention that you will have your media team, so it will be streamed, correct?
Yes. So we have the live stream. You can catch the live stream at www.bpba.bm. And, I just want to say a big shout out to our sponsors who made that happen, which is Top Tier Enterprise, SE Enterprise, and EA and Co. Because, without them, we wouldn't have been able to make that happen.
Indeed. Let's go to the audience. And audience, if you have any questions or comments for Janae, please send them through. Charles H. Jeffs II is asking, is the race open to international boats and drivers?
Yes, it is. They can come and register with the Bermuda Public Association, and they can enter the race.
All right. For a local, I honestly don't know how this works. Is there a license that one needs to be able to participate in the race itself?
No, not a license per se, but based on our rule book, what we do like to see is drivers come out and participate in at least 3 races prior to on the island. It's really to show that, you can handle your boat, you have the skill to operate it, and that, there won't be any new drivers coming out. Now, we won't turn anyone away, but what will happen is that we would look for them to go with someone who is more experienced. So we always try to recommend, like, if it's a new driver or a new co-pilot, that they are in the boat with somebody who has done around the island before.
Indeed. Thank you for that. And we have Trelita saying, please be mindful of our marshal boat stationed around the course, as well as Coast Guards who will be assisting. So you have like the Bermuda Day Parade, it'll be marshals part of you all to kind of keep people at bay?
Yeah, so Trelita is our secretary. Thank you for reminding me about that one. We will have marshal boats posted in different locations around the island. We also will have the Bermuda Coast Guard assisting us as well in those high-risk areas such as Hogfish, Pompano area, and the pylons. And we are also still looking for marshal boats to assist. So if there's anybody that wants to come out and help, then feel free to reach out to us.
And I know that is different classes. Do you know, I know you said about probably 15, 17 boats so far, you don't have an exact number, but how many different classes do you think there will be?
As of right now, I have 4 classes.
4 classes.
I do not at present have any S class, the super stuck,
Mhm.
but we do have A class running. We have B class. I'm hoping to see my C class. I haven't heard from them, but I'm hoping that, they're going to come out and join us. And then we have D class. I will say that right now, B class is looking like the most competitive classes.
Mhm.
At present, I have 8 boats that are looking to join the line for that class. So that's going to be the class to watch.
Indeed. Where can people go to learn more, get more information, and stay up to date? Again, I know you gave 2 rain dates. If things had to be postponed, where can they go? How can they stay up to date?
So they can, well, main point of contact would be our Instagram page, which is at Barmy Powerboats. You can also get details on our website, which is bpba.bm. And then we also have our Facebook page, which is Bermuda Powerboat Association. So we tend to keep everything up to date on there. If you send us a message on either page, whether it's Instagram or Facebook, then it usually comes to myself or one of my committee members, and we tend to get back to you, to whomever right away.
All righty. Janae, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to it. I am. I think this is an exciting time during our summer. I remember people saying, okay, cop match is over. Now time for Round the Island, right? Long may that continue. Maybe get it back. And I like how you would I answered the question how I hoped you would, saying Ferry Reach, because I'd love to see Ferry Reach packed and people enjoying it. Are you going to have vendors down there this year?
So yes, we are gonna have vendors, and so we're gonna have a bunch of vendors going on. So we have Jazzy Treats is going to be joining us, Hot Dog Delights. We have J&B's Wood Fire Pizza, Ashley's Lemonade, Quench Layer BDA, and of course for the adults, we have Stars Mobile.
So the thing about Round the Island on Ferry Reach, it's free.
Yes.
It's free. Like there's no fee to get in. So folks, get down there, enjoy it. Have some fellowship with Bermudians. The 17th, the original date, postponement would be the 24th.
So it'd be the 24th, and then the second backup date is the 31st of August.
Yeah. All righty, Janae, thank you so much. And I wish all the drivers a safe race, and I'll probably be watching streaming, but I'm glad that we have the opportunity to actually stream it. So, we've got a question. A couple of people asking, what time does it start? I missed it. Charles H. Jeff says, what time does it start?
Yes. So we have the Bermuda Model Boat Racing Club, who's going to kick our day off at 10 a.m. So that's the electric gas boats. Those boats are fast. Listen. It was unexpected for me on their first race day. They have some action going on. So come out early. We have jet skis going at 12:30. And then the Round the Island with all the big boats, which is A, B, C, and D class will start at 2:00, and they will be stagger started.
All righty. I forgot to ask you about the jet skis. I'm glad that you see this is why the audience. This is why it's an engaging show, because what I forget, they'll remember. Janae, thank you so much. And I'm sure we'll be in touch soon.
No worries. And I just have to say thank you to our sponsors for the day. Round the Island will not be possible without Rubis. We have our media team, which is APB Live, Easy Live, AF Smiths, Woncom. Just want to say a big thank you to all of those, because Round the Island will not be possible without our sponsors.
Indeed. Big up to them. We'll talk soon. All the best to you.
Thank you.
All right, Janae Nesbitt, folks. Thank you so much to Janae for making time for us. I hope you all actually got out to experience it. Head down to Ferry Reach. It's a fun time in Bermuda. I grew up going to boat race and haven't honestly been in years though. But I saw Mr. Photogenic in one of the boats recently, right? And I hit him up. I'm like, bro, how would you do that? I look like my stomach was turning watching. It just they can't eat before they do that. It's not smooth. They're bumps and obviously, yeah, these are some strong stomachs. But Photogenic said it wasn't as bad as it looked. That's what he told me. All right, don't go anywhere. We should do a giveaway after this break. You want to do a giveaway? Let's do the daily play. Hopefully you get this, but don't go anywhere. In the meantime, if you're streaming online, if you're on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter X, or Instagram, give us a like, love, follow, share the link with your friends, family, and colleagues. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back to wrap it up after this. You mayo eaters.
Considering the increasing challenges faced by financial institutions, the need for insurance protection is a critical component of the risk management framework. At Friesenbrook, our priority is to safeguard your assets with the most optimal, cost-effective risk management cover to help protect your business, whether it be cyber, directors and officer liability, professional indemnity, or property insurance. Call us on 296-3600 to learn more about our full suite of competitive corporate insurance products. At Friesenbrook, we provide insurance you can count on.
Dreaming of expanding your business? With BDC's Loan Guarantee Program, we support your ambitions. Get up to 75% guarantee on bank or credit union loans up to $300,000. Just your vision and our support. Apply today and unlock new business opportunities. BDC, Bermuda business starts here.
Looking for the best care for your pets? Nova's Ark Feed and Supply has everything you need, from top quality foods to toys and supplies. We've got it all. Join our frequent buyer program and earn rewards every time you shop. Plus, we've been awarded the Clever Customer Initiative program for helping you save more. And don't forget, we open an hour early on Saturdays so you can get a head start on your pet care. Visit us today or shop online for easy pickup or delivery. Your pets will thank you.
Alrighty, thanks again to Janae Nesbitt, Commodore of the Bermuda Powerboat Association, for stopping by, updating us on the Round the Island race. Audience, any of you attending the Round the Island race? Like, are any of you planning on going to Ferry Reach, or at least watching? I know Suzanne Ingham just said, I'm on North Shore. Devonshire, I can watch from my porch, so she'll be watching from her porch. Anybody else planning on tuning in? Anyway, thanks again to the BAC group of companies, Medicals, Lindos, People's Pharmacy, and HSBC Bermuda for ensuring that we can do this with you on a regular basis and pump through the radio areas with these most important community conversations. Folks, it is time for the Daily Play, brought to you by Bermuda Trivia, now available at stores throughout Bermuda. Follow Bermuda Trivia on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, and TikTok to find out why it's Bermuda's favorite trivia game. All right, audience, are you ready? It's the things you should know. I don't know the answer. Hold on, I gotta look. I'm gonna ask a different question. Okay, no, I'm not. No, I'm gonna ask a different question. Give me a second. All right, because it's supposed to be fun. We want you to get the answer, right? All right. No, that's too. No, we're not asking that. I'm gonna be. You'll appreciate why I'm not asking. Like asking how long women's menstrual. Like we're not doing questions like that. Sorry. All right, here we go. This is fun. Everyone will know the answer to this. What does what company owns YouTube? Come on. Charles, beat the buzzer. Yeah, Google or Alphabet. Yeah. No, it's not Meta. It's Google, says Stacey and Brown and Sheldon Fox and Travis Trotty. Yeah, it's Google. Google owns YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, some of those questions just now that came out the bottom. No, this is PG, man. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So, yeah, Google owns YouTube. Suzanne Ingham says, I don't know that answer. Sorry, you do know. The more you don't know is an opportunity to learn. So you know the answer now. All right, folks, let's wrap it up. I enjoyed that Fun Day Friday today. Very, I learned something though. I learned something, and I learned things that we have cultural things, and then we have generational cultural things, right? And it's interesting when you think about what gets passed down to other generations versus what doesn't get passed down, right? Older Bermudians have a way of doing things, and then some way, somehow, those things don't get passed down to the new generations. Mayonnaise in peas and rice is a key thing. But I am curious. I'm curious. Do Bermudians really eat banana on fish sandwiches? I'm curious. Do a majority of Bermudians really put mayonnaise on their codfish and potatoes and peas and rice? I'm curious. Do Bermudians put raisins in their coleslaw? I'm curious. Help me out. Maybe I'm abnormal. Maybe it's me. Anyway, I love our culture. I love our people. We are unique in our own special way. As far as the conversation with Janae Nesbitt, yeah, like I said, boat race was a thing when I was young. It was something that, my summers were made up of county games, cop match, and I wasn't a big cop match person because I was county game, so I didn't go to cop match like I do now. I went every few years. But that said, boat race was always in the conversation. Is there anyone in the audience? Do you all plan on watching boat race from somewhere? Yes or no? Like, do you plan on watching the boat race? Let us know if you plan on watching the boat race. I said I was going to do a giveaway with you all, didn't I? Let's do that. Let's do a giveaway. Let's see if I can get that going for you all. You all really want a giveaway? Let's do a giveaway then. All right, let's do hashtag the daily hour. Let's do that. Hashtag the daily hour. You can hashtag the daily hour. Yeah, we'll do it since you all want a little something. So Traveling Trotty says, yeah, she'll be on the water. She'll be on the water watching the Round the Island race. Anyone else? Anyone else planning on watching the Round the Island race? While you all are doing that, I'll give you some daily inspiration. And I'll take it from what we've learned today is, our culture is really what makes our culture truly authentic is our natural behaviors. And while we joke and make fun of people who may put mayonnaise on certain things or raisins in certain things, those unique pieces are really what makes us up. And it's important to not sway or shift because people laugh at it or at you or make you feel like it's not normal. That's the beauty in culture. It's not supposed to be normal to others. The authenticity is what makes your culture unique and special. All right. That's your daily inspiration. Be you. All right, let's see. Let's see who's gonna get this giveaway. So David give you a $25 voucher to one of our sponsors of your choice. Actually, we'll give it to you for Medical House. $25 to Medical House. Let's see. Let's get you up on the screen. Okay. Let's see who's it gonna be. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Adeline Swan. Heads, big up yourself, girl. Big up yourself. Adeline, give a big congratulations to Adeline Swan, folks. She is today's winner. Adeline, please send us an email to engage@thedailyhour.com to make sure that you get your $25 voucher to Medical House. Audience, it has been real. We've got to let you go. But if you haven't already, help us beat the algorithms. Do us that big favor. I ask you all the time, and we know who does and doesn't. But just do us a favor. Share the link. Send it to your friends on WhatsApp. Say, hey, look, that was a really cool conversation this morning with Janae from Bermuda Powerboat Association. I'll check you at Fair Reach on the 17th or 24th or 31st. But also, if you're streaming with us online, whatever platform you're on, give us a like, love, follow, share the link with your friends, your family, your colleagues. And don't forget to subscribe on our website, thedailyhour.com, if you have not done so already. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. Thanks again to our partners, the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House, Linda's People's Pharmacy, and a big shout out to HSBC Bermuda for ensuring that we can pump through the radio airwaves with these most important community conversations. As always, we love you. We appreciate you and we thank you for making us part of your daily routine. If all goes well, we'll be back to do this again with you on Monday. I'm Jamel Hartman. Please do make it a safe and a great weekend. We are is out. Peace.